What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Hey, welcome to What's It Called?
Welcome to What's It Called, everybody.
Come on.
Thanks so
How
much
you doing?
for being here with us. What's up, sleepers? What's up, Richard Carnes?
Get ready to lay down.
Get
We
ready to
love
lay
you.
down. Keep on tipping.
Keep tipping. We love you.
We love you so much.
We're
Face down, ass up.
That's
Everybody's,
the,
you
that's
get
the way
it.
I like to listen to a podcast.
With your butt in the air and your microphones on your hole. Microphones. Headphones.
Yeah.
But I definitely have a microphone and talk to us and send us the recording while you're
do whatever you want. But we're renaming movies. We're talking movies. We're talking shit.
Yeah,
we're
this
having
is
fun.
this is the first episode of a brand new format of What's It Called, and you're going to notice that it's exactly the same show, but it's also different.
And better, but the same.
That's
and
right.
you know what? We realized we were mostly renaming movies, and we're mostly talking about movies and watching. That's mostly what we're doing with our life. And one episode in the old days, we renamed Jeff Foxworthy. And you wouldn't think of his fans as being extremely online, vicious trolls, but a ton of them got in the comments were like, these fucking liars got me to listen to an hour thinking Jeff Foxworthy was there. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah, they were like, I came here for blue collar, and instead I got blue balls.
See, that's a joke Bill Maher would make.
Thank you.
If he were...
The
blue ball.
they would call me the Bill Maher of comedy because I fucking suck and I'm funny.
One day we're going to have beef with Bill Maher.
God,
and he's
I
going to
can't
find
wait.
out about us. He's going to make a new rule about us.
And when he's
it's
mad
all
at us,
over.
that's going to be a real time. That's going to be a real time.
See, if
with
you
Bill
like the
Maher.
podcast for the really sharp riffs, don't you worry. We still got them.
No. No, we've changed formats. Now it will be not funny, and it will be less funny and more annoying. And that's the What's It Called promise.
Right. You can take it to you got it.
Yeah, you can. We're going to be a comedy show that you listen to, but you just don't want to. You really
This is
don't
going
like
great.
it.
This
Caleb,
is going good.
Caleb, hold on. We're 3 minutes and 11 seconds in,
All right.
and you're already all mixed up.
What's funny is that like 20 years ago, that would be like a viral moment
Dude,
in a presidential
crushing.
debate.
Yeah.
He turned to his opponent and said, "You're all mixed up."
Just as the band 311 said in 1914. Oh,
yeah,
man.
dude.
311 invented reggae
Yeah, somebody had to.
in the in the early 20th century. Yeah, no, so it's sort of the same show. Here's what's changing. We are no longer taking a break in the middle, and we're no longer going to do that thing where we just kind of ramble and then introduce the show 45 minutes in. We decided to say hello up top. Interesting change that
Right.
is interesting. It took us 3 years to realize that maybe we shouldn't do that.
Well, I take things slow, and what me and Dave like to do, we do it at parties too. You show up, you talk for 45 minutes, then you say hello, and you introduce yourself.
What's your
to the
name?
people.
Yeah, totally. I knew my girlfriend for over 5 years before I knew her first name.
I do that sometimes on the road. I'll be hanging out with a comedian, and we'll be in a car for like 3 hours, and we'll drink 3 nights in a row together, and get really close. And then the last thing I'll like literally have their number in my phone. And I'll be like, thanks, and then I'll be like, I never got that guy's name. What was his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like,
And that's the story of the weekend Caleb spent with Benito Mussolini.
Yeah, well, now I know, but I had him in there as Benito Italy,
Yeah.
question mark.
Yeah, loud old Benito.
Yeah.
And we are doing, this is a movie podcast now. That's the real change.
dude.
We are exclusively a movie podcast. We're going to be renaming movies. You're going to be jumping in on Twitter and Discord and helping us rename movies. We're at What's It Pod on Instagram and Twitter. And our website is whatsitcalled.rodeo. If you want to join our Discord because you hate Twitter or X or whatever, I'm not going to call it.
Well, Discord is just Twitter without all the idiots.
Yeah, it's just Twitter, and you get to pick who's there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so much better. So yeah, this is a movie podcast.
There's no pussy in bio in Discord, I'll tell you that.
That's right. Well, yeah. Thank you for saying that, Caleb. I was really hoping someone would bring up pussy before the 6th minute.
That's right. We got a lot of new rules.
Yeah, that's right.
What's it called?
We bring up pussy once a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, because we're horny as fuck, dude.
No, not me.
My dick is hard, and I love movies. And
yeah. So this week we're talking Dune, and we're doing the names. You jumped in there on the Discord and Twitter with the names. It's going to be fun. Renaming it, talking shit. It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Here's the other thing. We haven't really done it in this format yet, so we're going to be a little clunky with it while we get the new flow.
No, we're not. We're going to do it good.
No. You're right. We're doing great.
I disagree, Dave. Controversy is what gets the podcast going.
Yeah.
So we got to disagree.
No, but since we're we decided to make it a movie podcast, we got really excited. We have a bunch of new fucking segments. It's going to be fun. And we're going to get to all that in a second. Like he said, we're doing Dune. We're renaming Dune. First, though, we haven't recorded in person. We've banked episodes for a long time. It's been like months and months, and we have some new patrons to shout out. Everybody who joins our Patreon gets a shout out. Shout out Hunter Reed. What's up?
Oh, shit. I
shout
love a
out
good Hunter.
Two Stoves.
Two Stoves.
Yeah, that's right. What's up, Two Stoves? Shout out Anna Snyder, old friend of the show that I think was rejoining. Shout out Kate Ocho, and shout out to Crystal.
Hell yeah. Thank y'all for jumping in there and good, cool names. And, getting the Patreon, you get double the podcast for a couple bucks, and it helps us, subscribe to Netflix or whatever.
Yeah. No, it helps us eat and be less worried. I know that Caleb is rich, and so
that's right.
It doesn't really matter to him as much.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, money. Also, shout out to Anthony. What's up, Anthony?
Anthony,
thank you for joining. We're so happy that you're here. Again, this new format is throwing me off, but I'm getting it, dude.
He's getting it?
Don't you worry.
We're doing Patreons.
Join our Patreon, patreon.com/whatsitcalled. Go to our shop.whatsitcalled.rodeo, and we have some brand new merch in there.
Oh,
that we do. Very, brand new. Here's the thing. This episode that you're listening to right now, the first Monday of June in 2024, we recorded it this week. So we're all caught up. We are current and modern right now. And as it stands right now, we have a bunch of announcements with the show. 2 new pieces of merch. One we announced a while ago that we are finally promoting. It's a shirt with a skeleton riding a motorcycle, and it says "Now sucks dick."
Right. Well, it's always, every time I go to a convenience store or gas station on the road, they always have they're like, "Hey, we got clothes here." And you're like, oh, and they got hats that say too drunk to be horny, or you're a bitch. Yeah. Or it'll be a skull that'll say, take my guns out of my ass.
Right.
And we thought the best way to distill the philosophy of gas station merch is now sucks dick.
Now sucks dick.
They all agree now sucks.
And we also have one that says I'm gay.
Yeah, we have one that says I'm gay.
And that's for if you really hate Joe Biden, but you're gay.
I mean, I've noticed that the lesbians love the I'm gay shirt.
Yes, lesbians in particular. Gay women love the tough skull America shit that says I'm gay.
It's a skull with a bandana and an American flag.
It looks kind of like a thin blue line shirt.
Yeah.
And it says I'm gay.
People
love
it.
Fun.
It's
also,
flying off the shelf.
I think our favorite thing we've ever made. Also, we have a black shirt that in big bold white letters says "Don't jack off." You can buy a white shirt and it's a black shirt that says "Don't jack off." You can also buy a black pillow that says "Don't jack off." And I don't know. I don't even care if you buy it. I do want you to because we are dead broke. Yeah. And I actually canceled Netflix.
Whoa.
Money just got really bad for me, buddy. And so I am counting on people to buy these "Don't jack off" shirts.
And pillows. I got one of each. I got a shirt and a pillow. I'm a big fan.
The ironic thing is that it's your pillow. You can jack off all over it if you want to. Don't tell us.
Feels wrong, though.
Exactly. You're breaking the rules.
Spirit of the rule.
Maybe we should sell a shirt that says "Jack off" also, and one that says "Don't jack off."
But the don't jack off one, you can wear that on the plane. You can wear it out in public. It's a
Totally.
PSA.
And if it doesn't bother people, if it bothers people, you can be like, "What? It's
I said
Christian.
don't.
It's a
I said
Christian
don't.
shirt. It's an evangelical Christian shirt. It says "Don't jack off."
Yeah. So
And-
get one.
Yeah,
That'll
get a
help
"Don't
us.
jack off" shirt. I have so many things coming up. Truly,
Mm-hmm.
I'm recording my first ever comedy special, June 22nd, at the Gutter in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, arguably Greenpoint, Brooklyn. But either way, the link to tickets for that are on my website, davetotheross.com/shows.html. But also there's a link on the front of the website, davetotheross.com. There's also a link to it in the link tree in the bio of my Instagram. I'm at Dave to the Ross, DAVETOTHEROSS. And just come. Let's sell those out. Caleb and I currently, as we're recording this, are on tour together in the Southeast, and I am running and working on the hour that I'm taping for the special, and I'm feeling so good about it. I'm excited for you to see it. Come to those shows. Also, I have 2 different shows that I'm running with friends in New York now. One is called Good Heroin. The next one is June 30th at Main Drag Music in Williamsburg. Links to that on my website. And I have a show called This Sucks with my buddy Neil Ghosh, my buddy Natalie Norman, and my friend James Austin Johnson, who you might have seen on Saturday Night Live. He's the red-haired one who does Biden and Trump. And that's also at the Gutter coming up on June 10th. But anyway, the big one is June 22nd. Come to my special taping. And then finally, we all know that I'm putting out a record a month this year. The record that I'm putting out in the month of June, it comes out June 26th, and it is episode 187 of the podcast. What's it called? It's a 6-minute episode of this podcast that we are releasing exclusively on vinyl, and we're going to put the video of the episode on our Patreon for all patrons who at the $3 level or higher. So sign up for that if you want to see it, or I don't know, mark your calendar and then buy it from me. It's going to be $10.
That's the only way you're going to hear it, though.
And it's the only way you could possibly hear it. Or on the Patreon. But also there are only 20. I only printed 20. And so there are 20 of them for $10 on square, clear vinyl. It's a 6-minute episode of our podcast.
That's
Also,
like an NFT, but that exists.
I know. And someone pointed out to me that probably no one has ever released a podcast on vinyl, ever.
Oh, we're inventing shit.
Yeah, it might be the first time it's ever happened. And the reason for that would be that it is the stupidest, most unnecessary thing ever. But
Hell yeah, it is.
yeah, and that'll be on my store, shop.davetotheross.com. Also, I have shows leading up to my recording all around Denver, Loveland, Colorado, Fort Collins, Denver, Colorado, and Boulder. Next week, the 5th of June through the 9th of June. The weekend after that, I am in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, and then I have a show in Central PA on the 19th of June, and then the recording on June 22nd. Please come to all of that. Coming to any of that helps. Following us, going on our Patreon, sharing our stuff, telling people to rate or to listen to the show, reviewing on Spotify. Tell people. Tell people about the show.
Yeah, hell yeah. That always helps, and I feel like word of mouth is still pretty cool.
Yeah, dude.
Talking to people with your mouth, just letting them know what you're up to instead of doing it on the internet. But I got some dates. Check this out. June 7th and 8th. That's this weekend. I'll be at Wiley's Comedy Club in Dayton, Ohio. The tickets are cheap. The show will be good. Come out to it. I'll be at New Realm Brewing in Auburn, Alabama, June 12th. I'll be at the Broadway Theater in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, June 29th. I'll be at Wits End in Charleston, South Carolina on July 6th. And I'll be at Freedom Brew and Shine in Cumming, Georgia, July 13th. And July 24th, I will be at the Laughing Skull Lounge in Atlanta. Come out to that. I need to sell that show. It's only 70 tickets at the Laughing Skull Lounge, but I'm doing a Wednesday there, so we need to sell it out. Bring your friend. Bring your parents if they want to. And if they don't want to come, bring them too. But that'll be fun. Come see me at the Laughing Skull. That's the first place I ever did stand-up, so I'm going back headlining it on a Wednesday. It'll be fun. And
the first place you ever went up was at Laughing Skull at
yeah,
the mic? Or did they book you to headline the first time you ever did it?
Yeah, I was a pretty good comedian. My first time I did an hour.
Yeah,
It went great.
Yeah, I'll bet it fucking did.
No, I
dude.
did. I did like 3.5 minutes and didn't get a single laugh, and it was very
course.
sad. Very, very sad.
Well, go support him now. He's better
Yeah.
than that.
Now I get one laugh.
So this week we are talking about Dune.
Dune.
And I think probably we're talking about both.
Yeah, Dune 1 and 2.
Dune 1 and 2. Before we get to that, though, a couple things. First, what are you watching? What did you watch this week?
Man, I went after it this week. I watched probably 9 movies, I think.
Holy shit.
One of them we watched together, but I was banging through them, buddy. So I watched this little movie called Last Stop in Yuma County. I don't know if you heard of it.
No.
Technically, it was made last year. Didn't get a release until this year, but it's one of those movies that's like clearly like a Tarantino ripoff, but those usually blow. And Last Stop in Yuma County didn't blow. It was fun.
Wow.
No, you'll not recognize a single actor in it, but I recommend it. What else did I watch? I watched The Ninth Gate, Roman Polanski joint
dude.
from 1999.
Yo.
I thought it was a piece of shit.
Oh, I love that movie, dude.
All it is, it's Johnny Depp, and he's all Johnny Depped up.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
he's
Depp
got
as
his
hell.
little Benjamin Franklin glasses on. He's like, I've heard there's a book in England that.
First of all, the opening scene, a man kills himself.
So
Which
see, that
is a
got my hopes up. I was like,
thumbs up from Dave Ross.
things are happening. There was
Yeah.
a scene where something happened, and I said, "Ooh!" And then it goes into the credits, and they're like the ninth, and they got the creepy music and pretty good little special effects in the credit scene. And then it's Johnny Depp, and he's like, "I've heard there's a book." And then and then Franklin Joe's like, "There is a book. There is a book you'll find, and it's a book in another place." And then Johnny Depp goes, "I want to find the book."
Had you never seen the movie before?
No.
Oh, wow.
And but I heard it was about the devil and books, and I was like,
It's really just
"Oh."
about books, and it's not even really about books.
if you're
It's about
looking-
a man who goes book shopping for his entire life. That's what it is.
In the entire movie. I mean, literally, I paused it. It was like 52 minutes in. All that had happened is Johnny Depp had walked into 9 different rooms looking at books. You go, this book. He's literally comparing them with a magnifying glass, going, the edge of this book, there's a ST, and the edge of the other book, there's a.
You know what's funny is that this is totally true. He is not wrong about what the movie was, and I loved it. I really, and it's
good
because it's a good combination of like interesting camera angles and like creaky floorboards and music that's like, whoa. And then he walks into a room, and then the old man with boils on his face at the desk is like, yes, and he's like, where's the scary book? And he's like, you can't have the scary book. Only I can read the scary book. Oh, I loved it.
I was like, the first time it happened, I was like, damn, what's in this book? And then he just goes and he just talks to an old lady, and she goes, you're not supposed to be looking for books. And he goes, I want to look for books. And she's like, well, all right.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, what? And then the next scene, he's like, he's in a coffee shop looking at a book.
Totally. And then at the end of the movie, you find out that the book is just that book, Station 11.
I was hoping to watch a movie where someone did something other than read books. It's just my theory of what movies are. It's not a guy reading a book. I'm a guy reading a book when I want to read a book.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
And when you're reading a book, you don't want to read a book that's like, okay, so he was watching a movie, and here's
Right.
what happened in the movie.
yes.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with
It
this.
blew my mind.
I liked it.
yeah.
I love a movie where people are they walk into a room, and then they're like, did you hear about what happened in that other room? And they're like, oh, what? Go to another room and figure out that room. And then you go to another room, and then you yell at the guy who did the thing in the other room, and then you all go to a different room.
Yeah, but there wasn't that. It was one guy walking to a series of rooms looking at the same book. There's another copy. I'll go. What? It's not even a new
That's right.
book.
That's right. There's like a different.
You're looking at the same book in different rooms.
It's about rare books, and there is a book that was written by, Satanists, but
Right.
then there's one copy of the book where like slight things have changed, and they think that those things indicate it was written by the devil.
Right. The devil wrote a book. Only one.
Mm-hmm.
He's busy. And you think, you're going to get. And then they even have the thing where they're like, there's a sex cult. They have orgies, and the devil's there, and they know about the book.
That's right.
And then, so in my head, I go, wow, something's going to happen. It's going to be like Eyes Wide Shut.
No, there's no sex.
No. What are we doing? No devil, no sex.
Yeah, man.
There's one at the
Caleb
last.
rates every movie he sees by the amount of sex and the amount of devil.
But if you're selling it to me, this is an R-rated devil sex movie. I go, well, all right, I'm ready.
They should have called it the R-rated devil sex movie.
Great.
That would have been a great
Well,
name
then it'd
for a
be
movie.
really false advertising. But when I watch Top Gun, I'm expecting some guns,
And some
top.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's right.
saying?
I
And-
want some gay guy to fuck Tom Cruise in the ass. But then I guess it would be called Bottom Gun. if you really think
either
about
way,
it.
I just sell me the movie I'm watching or do a thing to something. I don't know. But Ninth Gate gets a big thumbs down from me. Waste of 2 hours and 13 minutes, dude. It's
Dude,
not they're
95 thumbs up from Dave Ross. It should have been called the 10th Gate. You know what I mean? Did you know they made a sequel? They made a sequel to the 9th Gate called the 9/11th Gate.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right, dude. That's where there's two books and they both get hit by a plane.
so I also watched Civil War. I don't know if you've. I might.
I haven't
this
seen
might
it yet.
ruin it.
Please don't spoil it. No
I won't
spoilers.
spoil it. Here's what I'll say though.
It sucks. It's all about books. There's
There's
devil.
no spoilers, but the country splits in two.
Oh, wow. How'd
It's
you
actually
find that
three,
out?
I think. But here's what I didn't like about Civil War, and this is not a spoiler, is that they're so fucking. There we go. That means time to wrap up what I've been watching this week. I just thought it was so serious. Like, it just wasn't like like the trailer. They're like the White House is on fire and there's helicopters and ooh, and Jesse Plemons got the rose-colored glasses on. He's got a machine gun. Ooh, let's look out! It's modern Civil War. It's gonna be action. And what it is 4 journalists in a car going, "What we do is important. What we do for this country is." We take pictures of things, and
I feel
what we're
like
doing
judging
is
based on
really
your
something.
review of Civil War and your review right before it of the 9th Gate, I think what's happening is that you watch the first 30 minutes of a movie.
No, I watched the whole thing, Dave.
Yeah.
I watch it all so I can. Because the last thing I want is someone going, "Did you watch the whole thing?" And that will all never be the case. I'm not walking out.
I've walked out.
White knuckling it through so that I can hate it thoroughly if I hate it. And I will tell you, I hated up to the last scene, and I really hated the last scene of Civil War. But I just wanted it to be like more stuff going on. But it's a lot of them driving around like, "Oh, you're not ready to be a journalist. I'm a journalist. You don't understand."
I can't wait to see it.
Ugh.
I can't wait because recently you and I have disagreed on everything.
Yeah.
And so I think this means this is going to be my favorite movie I've ever seen.
I don't know. I not for me. You might like it, but boy, just some real. And no one says it's all. No one. There's no subtext in the whole movie. It's all just like the old guy will be like, "You might want to put on your seatbelt. You never know what might be around the corner in the future of life."
And then
you're
you just like go around a corner and get shot immediately.
and you go, no one talks like that.
yeah,
you know what I
totally.
mean?
Except me.
And then they'll go, "Oh, is that a camera? Is that really worth $500?" And they'll go, "It's worth our country." And you're just like, "What are you doing?"
It's
like,
worth our country.
all the dialogues like that. They talk in ways that no one alive ever.
Oh
talks.
fuck! You know what Caleb and I watched last night?
Oh, we watched a banger last night.
We watched San Andreas, and here's the thing: I have sung the praises highly of a great disaster movie on this podcast. I love a disaster movie, and up until yesterday, my favorite disaster movie by a fucking long shot was Moonfall. Because Moonfall is a movie where the moon falls into the earth. And so but it's not only like that's the disaster movies of our recent past where there would be one big problem explained by some sort of regular scientific phenomena, like Deep Impact is a comet hits the earth, Armageddon, an asteroid's going to hit the earth, day after tomorrow global warming causes an ice age. In Moonfall, the moon falls out of the Earth's orbit because the moon is hollow and is a spaceship run by aliens.
Oh, boy.
And it causes tidal waves and every single possible type of disaster.
And aren't the aliens also God? And there's an afterlife.
Yeah, and then like one of the characters dies and goes into the cloud. And I realize that maybe I'm spoiling it, but the thing
No,
is
you're
that
not.
there's
You're
so
not.
many plot lines in the movie, and the movie ends more times than any other movie ends.
Oh, it's
it ends
crazy.
more times than Lord of the Rings ends, which is saying a lot, I think. But San Andreas, and also, by the way, I'm fully aware that these movies are not like incredible pieces of art. But the older I get, the more there are like numerous categories in which I think something is a monumental piece of art. And one of them is like, if it's a plot-wise a significant undertaking and then they do it completely sincerely, like how the fuck do you make Moonfall without anyone looking into the camera and going, am I right?
Oh, and the moon falls. It falls.
Falls, dude. It hits the fucking
There's
earth.
scenes where the moon is 10 feet from Earth, and people are like going
Fuck.
back. The gravity's like, oh, am I going to the moon or Earth? I don't know.
So we watched San Andreas yesterday, and I had seen ads for it, and since these aren't like made by known auteurs, and
Ooh,
yes,
good pronunciation
Thank
there,
you.
Dave.
Thank you very much. I look at them and I'm like not always clamoring to see them. It took me a long time to see Moonfall.
Yeah.
In San Andreas, it stars The Rock, and it's called San Andreas, and it's about an earthquake. And I was like, this is just going to be a bullshit fucking, Michael Bay ripoff Hollywood blockbuster cash grab. And then we watched it, and what it is it's like, because it didn't occur to me, an earthquake lasts 15 seconds at most. And they were like, okay, well, we want to make an earthquake disaster movie. How do we make that happen?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be an earthquake so big that it lasts days.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's an earthquake that spans the world. And like at one point, Paul Giamatti looks into the camera and he's like, it's going to be an earthquake so powerful that it's in San Francisco.
He is looking into the camera quite a bit.
Yeah, because he's like on the news. He's at Caltech.
There's going to be an earthquake.
There's going to be an earthquake so big at San Francisco, you will feel it on the East Coast. Hide.
You've got to get out.
Take care of yourself. And most of all, do not drink the Merlot. There's no Merlot in that movie either. And man, I loved that fucking movie. It was dumb as shit, and I loved it.
Oh, there
Dude,
were several
5
times
dude.
where Dave, this is the most I've ever seen in a movie, you correctly called either the next thing that was going to be said or done.
In an action movie, it's
really
all
something.
a playbook. Oh, and you know why I thought of this? Because The Rock had a line at the end of the fucking movie. Also, here's the other thing. There's no such thing as a spoiler with this kind of movie. I think it's why I love it so much.
Right.
I talked the entire movie, and maybe that's why I actually love them, because I'm a fucking blabbermouth, and I don't want to pay attention. And these movies, I was just talking shit, and then like I would be like, "What happened?" And then Caleb would be like, "I don't know," and then we'd figure it out.
Yeah, you could watch it on mute and follow the plot.
It's
like,
made for babies. Like you don't have to speak English to know what's happening in the fucking movie.
But it was fun as hell. Like I really enjoyed it. It's my favorite earthquake movie I've ever seen.
Truly, yeah.
And boy, it's a big earthquake.
Actually,
y'all.
Volcano is pretty sick. Have you seen Volcano?
Whoa, no, I don't think I have.
Really? Tommy Lee Jones, there's a volcano that erupts underneath Los Angeles.
Dude, hell yeah.
It's sick, dude. There's
People just want to destroy LA. Like Terminator 2 destroys LA,
Yeah.
The Creator destroys LA.
The Creator is awesome, dude. I loved that movie. And I loved Rogue One, and I thought that movie was better than Rogue One.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a take. You also think The Hobbit's better than Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I may be going back on that.
I've told so many people about that.
I know. People get
that
mad.
don't know you, I'll
People-
show them a picture of you and go, "This guy thinks Hobbit's better than Lord of the Rings."
I watched them in the pandemic, and I watched them all, and I was like, the Hobbit movies are more fun. And I stand by that. It's that they're more fun, and I think, they're better. I mean, that's crazy. But, like, I don't know. They're a lot more fun. Because the Lord of the Rings, it's like, if this little guy doesn't destroy this ring, everyone will get killed in the history of the world. Mm-hmm. And then in The Hobbit, it's like these dwarves want to go home.
Right.
And then they like get in barrels and get in fights and shit. And they like
Sing some songs.
And they get little swords. It's also kind of cute.
I like it. I like the Hobbits, but it's like, I don't know. Hearing that is like hearing somebody be like, "Oh, you know what I like? A sip of beer more than a beer. I like one sip of beer more than actually I like if you have a full cup of water and you pour a shot of beer in there. I like that more than a whole beer. That's what it sounds like to me."
I don't think so. I think it's more like saying I like to snort meth
Okay.
rather than drink beer.
All right.
Because it is just complete nonsense also. I don't know. Maybe the older I get, the more I don't want my movies to be challenging. I want my music to be challenging and interesting and the things I like read and the comedy I see. But if I'm seeing moving pictures, like my entire Instagram algorithm, dude, is like people that are just like, what happens when you pour lava on a He-Man action figure? Or like,
Dude, I
see what
looked
happens when we
over-
put Skittles under a hydraulic press.
So Dave and I are touring together this week, and I sometimes I'll look over his shoulder, and his algorithm is so different than mine. My algorithm is like war, politics, and Dave's is like it's a guy throwing a hammer through a window.
Yo,
and
neutral
just
drop.
shattering it.
He's like, everybody always wondered what happens when you throw a bowling ball through the window of a Dodge Caravan.
Yeah. I mean, your algorithm seems fun as hell.
It's awesome as fuck, dude. It's also like ever since starting to date Allie, like about a year ago now, she and I send each other cute memes all the time. Just like, it's just like two cats hugging. This is the type of girl Allie is. It's very sweet and adorable and funny, especially since she's such a
Brassy,
brassy
tough lady.
shit talking sass mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And I just get this video that's like two giraffes with their necks wrapped around each other, and it just says, "Baby, this is us."
Oh,
all day.
That's sweet.
And so that's a lot of my algorithm too. Just like a gorilla that made friends with a dog. And I'm trying to ignore my problems, I think.
Yeah, dude.
That's my
No,
new
it's
drug.
fun.
And hey, speaking of Moonfall, before we get to Dune, one
shit.
last thing.
Here we go again.
News about the moon.
Are you tired of Earth-based news? It's a bummer, isn't it, folks? We've heard it for thousands of years. Oh, the Middle East. Oh, we got the Roman Empire. You know what we need? We need to go somewhere where everybody knows your name.
Yeah, that's right. The fucking moon, dude.
That's right.
This is one of my favorite moon news headlines we've ever read. Rare lunar event may reveal Stonehenge's link with the moon.
What?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
To those
come on.
gathering over the centuries at Stonehenge, the imposing prehistoric monument that has dominated Salisbury Plain in southwest England for more than 4,500 years, it was likely clear how the sun could have formed its design. The central axis of the stone circle was and still is aligned with the sunrise at midsummer and sunset at midwinter, the stones dramatically framing the rising and setting sun when days were at their longest and shortest. But do Stonehenge and potentially other megalithic monuments around the world also align with the moon? The idea that Stonehenge was linked in some way to the moon gained ground in the 1960s. However, the concept hadn't been systematically explored, said Clive Ruggles, Professor Emeritus of Archaeoastronomy in the
Whoa.
School of Archaeology and Ancient History at the University of Leicester. Clive Ruggles.
I always throw in my lot with Clive Ruggles.
Yeah.
I believe him.
Anything Clive Ruggles ever says to me, I'm going to believe. And also, did you know this is true? Clive Ruggles is the only person who talks like this. He doesn't speak a single language, and everyone understands what he says.
Yeah, well, that's how smart he is.
Yeah. Like the sun, the moon rises in the east and in the west. However, moonrise and moonset move from north to south and back again in the space of a month. The northern and southern extremes also change over. Tell me what it means. I want to know what the fucking answer is. So there is while there are no written documents that shed light on Stonehenge's meaning and significance, archaeologists have long believed its solar alignments were intentional.
Oh yeah, I mean it aligns with the sun. Doesn't everything that points up align with the sun at some point?
I don't think we can say definitively, but for me, there are some bits of evidence that made me think it was deliberate, Ruggles said. They're really not telling us much about the moon.
More moon news clickbait. That's how it is when you're a moon enthusiast. But it's also like, okay, how old is Stonehenge? 100,000 years old, something like that? 10,000? Something old, right? People go, ooh, Stonehenge is old. But so here's what I always wonder. They always act like, all right, it's 10,000 years old. We found it in 1912. I'm sure nobody moved any of these rocks in the last 10,000 years. Someone could have moved the rock in 1816, and didn't tell anybody, didn't write it down. They're like, ooh, it was aligned with the moon. Maybe, right?
Yeah, maybe.
We don't
That's
have
basically what
fingerprint
this is
records from
saying.
back then.
There is a lunar standstill coming in January 2025, and apparently during
Whoa,
then
what are
it
you
will
talking about?
line up.
The moon's going to stand still?
Yeah, man, it's going to stand right up.
Oh, boy. That doesn't sound good to me, Dave.
Moonrise and moonset move from north to south and back again in the space of a month. The northern and southern extremes also change over a period of about 18 and a half years. The lunar standstill is when the northernmost and southernmost moonrise and moonset are farthest apart. And that happens in January 2025, and they think around then we're going to see how the moon might line up with Stonehenge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, don't they also think it lines up with periods?
Stonehenge?
The moon.
They do, but I think we read it.
Yeah,
I think
that's
this is
like not true, right?
Yeah. I
It's
think
an old
also,
wives' tale.
the more I realize like how many things there are that when they come up, we don't know what the fuck they're talking about. We should definitely stop bringing that shit up, especially
Yeah.
if they have something to do with periods.
Right.
Don't they say that the periods come along with the moon?
Well, people have said that.
No,
you
for
hear people
sure.
say that. They say it like Richard Gere putting a gerbil in his ass. They go,
Lunar
"Oh,
cycle,
the moon's making my period bad."
Yeah, dude.
And Mercury fucked up me and my ex. We were going great till Mercury fucked us up.
Maybe we are going to find out in January 2025 that that Stonehenge does have something to do with every woman's period on Earth.
Yeah, it's been Stonehenge this whole time.
Maybe the women just don't know it, but they all always get their period on the same day. Think about that. You're cycled up with your friends, but you don't know if you're cycled up with a bunch of women in China.
Right.
You don't
You're
know.
always cycled up with somebody.
That's right.
You know.
They've been saying that. And we, as two men, we would like to plant our feet as the authority in comedy podcasting on women's periods.
I know we're better than worthless clowns. I know that.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Those two
easy.
women don't know shit about their own fucking periods. Worthless Clowns, great podcast. Don't listen to it though because they're mean and they bully us.
They are mean.
Yeah. God, I love them.
No, they're great.
No,
I take it all back.
I'm with you. I hate them though. All right. Well, I
That was
guess
a
that
good
has
moon
been
news.
Here we go again.
News about the moon.
Dune, dude.
Dude.
Yo, dude, it still took us over 35 minutes to
Hey.
get to the thing.
That's still how it goes. What are you going to do?
I'm just saying. We like switched the format and it's just funny.
No,
we moved
yeah,
the
dude.
thing. Yeah, that's funny.
Hey, man. We're
I think it
getting
did take us 15 minutes to say the new format.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You know,
Yeah,
we're letting
yeah.
people know we love you so much. Thanks for listening. Thanks
Yeah.
for sticking with us. Tell a friend.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Dune, baby. And I'll tell you this. I have some opinions about Dune.
Okay.
I don't think Dune sucks,
Me neither. I think it's great.
but I think the second one's better than the first one.
Whoa.
And I'll tell you something else. If I was going to if I just had a magic wand, a cinema magic wand, which I wish I had, I would take the little black thing off their nose. I think it's stupid. I don't think we need it.
You've said that.
Asymmetrical black tube in the nose. Oh, boy. Like, if they took it away, you wouldn't be watching a movie like, man, I wish there was an asymmetrical black tube in their nose. Like, you wouldn't want it
I think it's cool.
if it wasn't there.
I like it.
I don't think you need it. I don't think you need the walking stupid. I don't think you need the little sashay in through the desert walk.
I like it.
I don't actually think that would fool the worm. If it can hear you walking regular, you don't think it knows about the stupid walking?
No way,
I don't
dude.
know.
I believe it. I'm in. Hook, line, and sinker, they
All right.
got me, dude. I think that there's nothing in that box and that it hurts like hell, dude. I think you talk weird, that people have to do what you say, man. And I think that, and also, like, in the world of Dune, isn't it just like 100,000 years in the future, but it is humanity or something?
I don't know.
As far, like, in the third book, apparently, Paul Atreides brings up Hitler.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
good or bad? In a bad way?
In a way where he's like, hey, did you know about this guy Hitler? He was like considered to be like a mass murderer. He killed 6 million people. And then Atreides is like, I've killed so many more people than that.
Whoa, man.
So that's the other thing about that. So I have a confession to make. When I saw Dune 2, I didn't love it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. But I went through this period in the past couple of years where anytime I left the house, I got drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm slowing up on that. The problem was that I moved to New York City, so
Right.
my life became an adventure, and in which I could always be drunk anywhere. And man, doing that it makes you feel good because
Yeah, I like to do it.
drinking makes you feel good. So, so I got drunk. Allie and I, we got drunk and saw the movie, but I've learned that I can't do that. I did the same thing. I saw Godzilla X Kong and I got drunk, and in both cases I like passed out for a second, and it's like,
What?
yeah, it turns out I just shouldn't get drunk and watch a movie. It's not necessary.
Right.
They also don't really go together. It's not like drinking enhances the visuals or something.
I would say more than drinking and reading a book. You know,
yeah.
you're not going to drink 5 beers and leaf through a book probably. But I
Yeah.
can easily drink beers and watch a movie. But every time I have fallen asleep watching a movie, it was because I was like, oh, I drank 4 IPAs and then
There's
watched the
something
movie.
too about watching it on the big screen for me, at least. Like we went to Alamo Draft House, and I got a few, and yeah, they're really strong. And maybe I was just tired or whatever. Anyway, at the end of the movie, I didn't really get it, so I've only seen it that one time, and I loved the first one. And I'm like crazy for high budget sci-fi, and I love the director. What's his name? Didn't even eat.
I've
even
never heard it said the same way twice.
Don't-
Everyone has a way they say it. I've heard him say it different than he says it in a different interview.
Yeah, it's funny too. His accent comes out 10 times. He's like, "Hello, I'm," and
No, but he's great. I love all his
he's
movies
incredible.
and,
Yeah, Sicario is incredible.
I like Dune. You know what else I would do? Give the worms a cooler name. You know?
Then Shia Halud.
Yeah, but
Shia
they-
Halud is a sick fucking name.
I don't know. I was hoping for more.
What, like more like Arrakis, that type of name.
Yeah, Arrakis
Harkonnen?
is Harkonnen. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Paul
dude.
Atreides. Hell yeah.
What's wrong with Shia Halud? Shia Halud
I
is
don't
like
know.
a fucking
I just didn't think it was as badass. Like, give it a big badass name. You know?
yeah, totally yeah, cock stabber.
There we go, cockstabber. Something that strikes fear into my heart. I mean, they're already walking stupid around. I don't know.
I love the walk-ins. Do people that don't love sci-fi make fun of it in such a funny way?
No, I do love sci-fi.
Yeah.
I would change that. You know what else I would change? I was going back and watching Star Wars the other day. A little too many critters.
In
You
Star
know?
Wars?
Yeah. Like, it seems fine when you're a kid and you just accept whatever's up there and you got your lightsaber in your hand. You feel like you try and move things with your mind when you're young and like you're an idiot. But like, I don't know. It's just like, and they're all hanging out. Like there's a bar and you're like, well, we got a lizard and a wolf man and we got a man who's 20 feet tall and there's a man with no head. And there over there is clearly it's like Snuffleupagus. And then you got it's just too many, and it's not not two of the same. They're just all hanging out together. And then one of the droids is just a trash can, and you're just like, okay. They're throwing a lot of shit against the wall.
I guess that's true. That is something about Dune is that they did keep it to just sort of like humans kept advancing and ended up being able to live in different planets, and then it ended up evolving them over time. Like the Harkonnens, like completely lost all pigment in their skin.
Yeah. Which I thought was badass. I thought Elvis did great in the second Dune.
Dude, I literally I don't really remember the last 20 minutes of Dune 2, and then
it was the best 20 minutes.
I know, and I just and what happened was I sort of while watching it, I didn't really realize this happened, but I think I must have zoned out. After the movie, I was like, I didn't really get the end, and I didn't really love it. It seemed like an extreme jump to Paul being this like domineering dictator. It seemed like it happened out of nowhere. And that leap seemed extreme to me. And Allie was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I loved that. So I think I was just drunk.
Well, you also like The Hobbit more than Lord of the Rings, so I don't know. I don't know, Dave.
That sucks because that opinion sounds like you shouldn't trust any opinion I ever have.
I never said that. That's what you said.
Well,
You
it's such
said
an
that.
extremely... It is a dumb-sounding opinion, and I know that.
All right.
I really just mean... Because I know that they're like objectively made worse. And the other thing that sucks about the Hobbits is that they took one book and turned it into 3 movies
Right.
for an obvious money grab. And also the costuming is worse. Like you can tell that their beards and faces are like prosthetics and weird. But they are a lot of fun.
No, they are fun.
And I think
they're good.
people hated them though. And you're right. I don't like them more. I did say that for a while. And that's in hindsight, it's because I'd seen The Lord of the Rings too many times. I am backtracking. I'm backtracking
Well,
because
I feel like we've learned a lot here today, Dave.
I don't want people to not listen to my
All right.
opinions because of this one opinion. Anyway, I got to see Dune 2 again, but I love them. I love those fucking movies.
No,
dude.
they are fun. But I would change the asymmetrical black tube, a little less of the stupid. There's a scene where Zendaya goes, he's like, "Is this how you stupid walk?" And she goes, "What? This is how you stupid walk." And they do the exact same fucking walk. They're both walking stupid.
No, dude,
What
her
a
walk
waste of
is better.
time.
I believe it.
I don't think so.
I believe it. He's named after the little rabbit, which is the only fucking or mouse or whatever. Which is the only critter in Dune.
Yeah, but yeah, too many critters in Star Wars. I'll say it, too many. And they're always fighting alongside the rebels. It'll be like a frog man with like no eyes, and he'll be like, "We need to go through the Dynamite." Just
right.
like
Yeah,
you don't have
yeah.
any friends in the whole rebellion. They got one frog guy. I don't know. He'd probably have a buddy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right, buddy. I got some questions for you.
Oh, you got some questions for me?
Oh yeah.
Should this movie have been directed by the Coen brothers? Should this movie have been directed by the Safdie brothers? Should this movie have been directed by the Wayans brothers?
I would have liked the Wayans brothers, dude.
Yeah. Me too, dude.
That would have been dope, dude.
You want me to walk like what?
What the hell is he floating in, dude?
What the fuck? It was just like,
Yeah, a lot of what the fucks.
what the fuck is that little rabbit-looking thing? Fuck. Man, that guy loves worms. I'm not riding a fucking worm.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Man.
No, I
Hey,
think
man,
that's
stop making that thing tap into the ground. The worm's going to show up. What the fuck?
worms that hear real good.
Worm chicks.
No, I did like when they rode around on the worms. That was worm chicks. Yeah, so we were pretty excited. We got a lot of new segments. Get the juices flowing when you're talking about movies, and I'm
Yeah,
going to say
buddy.
yes for Wayans Brothers.
Wait, yeah. I just like thinking about other Denis Villeneuve has such a clear voice, you know? His he was the right choice for Dune, just like Christopher Nolan was the right choice for The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Because they like looked at Inception and they were like, all right, this guy really knows that what you do is you get like 55 guys to play the tuba at the same time while something intense is happening. You know, like you have an armored car driving through a tunnel for like 50 miles and the Joker blows him up. And the exact same thing with Dune. Just like they saw Sicario and they were like, let's take this energy into space.
Hell yeah, dude.
And just like,
No, I think they did make the right choice. The only qualm I would have, I liked that Dune 2 had more jokes. There's some lightness and some.
I think
humor.
that's what made me like it less.
What?
I wanted it to be intense. Fuck the jokes, dude.
You gotta have a couple jokes. Schindler's List has more jokes than Dune 1.
Who would be a director? Who do you think could have directed Dune better?
Better? I don't know. I mean,
like
that's a tough
Coen
one.
brothers or even the Safdie brothers would have been a little too cute. I mean, I guess Safdie brothers would have been sick. It would have been fast.
Yeah.
Fast.
You know who I really like is I don't know if I'm saying the name right. Lee Wanell.
Oh, I don't know.
You've seen the new Invisible Man, right?
No.
What?
Is it great?
Dude, it's we got to watch it.
Okay.
It's Elizabeth Moss.
Oh, I've seen the poster for this. Yes.
It kicks ass. It kicks so much ass. You got to see it, and I think you'd agree.
Okay.
That's a banger.
But that guy? Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
What about this? Here's a question.
Should this movie have been directed by me, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I need the money.
And that's what I like to call.
What's up, y'all? I'm Beyonce.
What's up? This is Adam from Maroon 5.
This is Kings of Leon.
Hi, this is Aaron Sorkin, and I want to know what you think this movie would be like if I wrote it.
Listen to me now.
Oh, man. You're listening to WWW. What's it called?
No, I like Aaron Sorkin. Dune is fun.
Yeah, dude.
Paul Atreides. Have you heard about Paul Atreides? Come walk with me down the hall. You mean Paul Atreides from Arrakis? Yes, that Paul Atreides. Oh my God! Everyone thinks he's the
there
Messiah.
instead of the Harkonnens. The
Can you believe
Harkonnens
that?
took out his father. His father is gone. My father is gone. Walk with me.
But get this: not only is his father gone, he knows how to use the voice. The voice.
The voice. That's right.
What do you mean
His
the voice?
mother, she was not supposed to teach him the voice. She taught him the voice. Oh, my God. I know. Paul Atreides is like, my father is dead. Let's hide in the sand.
No, Aaron Sorkin should write every movie.
Yeah.
That's
Mother?
what I think.
Mother, I had a dream. I killed literally billions of people.
Hell yeah, dude!
Oh,
Shout out to
man.
Aaron Sorkin. He's in our Patreon.
Yeah, dude. He loves our podcast. Now, this next segment, it comes from, look, there's one particular actor who's in everything now.
Oh, everything.
Every
dude.
single thing. Everything. And we need an update every week on his presence in the movie that we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jeffrey Wright Report.
The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report.
He's not in it.
He's not in it.
This is a terrible week to kick off this segment.
Oh boy! But very often he is in the movie we watched,
Yeah,
and he's probably in the movie you just watched. You cannot escape Jeffrey Wright in this world.
and he's like, did you know? I think it was 1978. 1978 was the last year he smiled. That's true.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright doesn't smile. He loves showing up in a movie and going, "I heard that there's something going on out there."
Yeah. He's the only actor currently working who can sweat on command. He can
notice me sweating.
we need to
command.
That's not the way I was told to go.
All right, you be a direct. I'll be Jeffrey Wright, and you try and get me to do a read a little slightly different. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know you were gonna be here.
Cut. Okay,
Yeah?
Jeffrey. That was great.
Yeah,
That
what
was
is it?
That was good. That was really good.
I thought so too.
Here's the thing. I think that we established this. I know this is your first scene in the shoot today.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you are in this scene. You are a really happy talking pink car.
A talking pink car.
And she's really excited to see her boyfriend.
All
Okay?
right, she's excited to see me. All right. I'm feeling it.
No.
Yeah.
You're the pink car.
The pink car.
And
She's
you're a happy little girl.
She's excited to see me.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you're not. You're not hearing me. You are a girl,
I'm a girl.
and you're a pink girl car,
Girl car.
and you're happy to see your boyfriend.
I'm happy to see him.
Okay, do you get that? Can
Yeah,
you do it a little bit bubbly? Happy to see.
right.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and bubble it up.
Okay, all right. Let's run it back. Reset and action.
I didn't know you were gonna be here.
All right, cut. Look,
Yeah.
can you
Yes.
say? Okay, look at me right now. Just be Jeffrey. All right.
All right.
Now, I'm taking out my wallet.
Okay.
I'm going to give you $2,000 right now.
All right.
Now,
I
just
thought
to
we
be
had
clear,
agreed upon a higher fee.
no,
for the-
of course, but just you. I'm going to give it to you for no reason.
All right.
Me giving you $2,000 out of nowhere will make you happy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to give it to you. Now you just say something happy about getting free money.
All right. Here we go. I didn't know you were gonna be here. I have $2,000.
That was great.
All right.
Anyway,
that's I love
Ladies
Jeffrey
and
Wright.
gentlemen, the Jeffrey Wright Report.
The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report.
Oh man,
Hell yeah, dude.
we got a few more new segments.
That's right, baby.
I love it, dude. I love how we're doing this show.
Oh, it's fun.
Which character would have been better if they were played by Antonio Banderas?
I would have that guy who's he's taking a bath and all the oil, like it's like a black tar pit of oil.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah. I want to see Antonio Banderas rising up out of that thing,
Yeah.
floating around.
Totally.
That's what I want to see.
It is my Arrakis. my Dune.
That's why I wanted to do him because he's so sexy. Yeah, that'll be.
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. Or Josh Brolin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be ready to fight.
Yeah, dude, I can't get enough. I mean, Puss in Boots, get out of here.
Oh, I know, dude. Totally.
Oh, he's the best.
Put Puss in Boots in every fucking movie.
Oh, I know.
What are you going?
If you're listening to this podcast and you have not seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, do yourself a favor. It kicks ass. I did not expect to like it at all, but I loved it.
Did you know that when they released that movie in Israel, they called it Shrek's cat?
It's so funny. Shrek's cat.
Just one of the many things Israel has done wrong.
Oh, man.
Just one of the many black
Dave,
marks on
I'm
Israel's
uncomfortable with this criticism of Israel.
Yeah, that's right.
We better move on.
Yeah, dude. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get fired for my job writing for Shrek.
Shrek's cat.
Oh,
man, we got a bunch of new segments that you're gonna be very happy with, I think.
Which character should have been played by Kathy Bates?
Once again, I think Kathy Bates should have played Baron Harkonnen, who was in the black pool.
Yeah, I just want to see her rising up out of a black pool. I just want to see it.
Yeah, that's my Arrakis. My Dune. That's my Dune.
Oh,
You get the fuck out of my Dune.
how often do you hear a good Kathy Bates impression?
I know, I can't do
Not
it. But she's
often
a very
enough.
loud, I mean, not in Misery, but in so many movies, she's just like a really loud, fun Southern lady.
Who woke up the damn worm?
Shai-Hulud, get the Shai-Hulud out of my face. I'm in here trying to make dinner for 500,000 soldiers. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the Kathy Bates I know.
Don't do the voice. You're not ready. Put your hand in the goddamn box. That would have been great if she was played by Kathy
yeah.
Bates.
Oh man, I
If
love
she was
Kathy
played by
Bates.
Kathy Bates and Paul Atreides was played by Antonio Banderas, that scene would have been.
It's a better movie. It's a better movie.
You dare use the voice on me?
If anybody who can Photoshop, please Photoshop an asymmetrical black tube in Kathy Bates' nose. And Antonio Banderas, if you can.
I'm not going to put my hand in a box in my own house.
That's pretty good.
Thanks, dude.
That's pretty good, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Did the movie have enough fire? Fire.
Yes.
I thought I had enough.
I think it had a lot of fucking fire,
Yeah,
dude.
I think so.
Oh, buddy, I got some good names.
Oh, you do? Me too.
Yeah,
dog.
I'm excited.
Oh, you want to kick it off?
Let's do some new names for Dune. Shut up, I'm God.
Hill.
Oh, that's great. Game of Worms.
Walking stupid.
The Really Skinny Night Rises.
Trimmers but sad.
No Planet for Old Men.
A big stupid tube in your fucking nose.
Wow, you really hate the tube. Little Hot Johnny versus the White Boys.
Before Star Wars, actually. It came out before Star Wars. The books were written before it.
Even Aquaman can't save Willy Wonka's dad, Llewyn Davis.
I got Willy Wonka and the Big Worm.
Oh, nice. Here's my last one. Talk Fight.
Talk fight. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I got challengers, but no sex, no jokes, and no tennis.
Hell yeah, dude. That it?
Yeah, that's it. We got some. Y'all had some good names hopping in there in the at What's It Pod on Twitter and the Discord. Join that. We got a forever link on our website at whatsitcalled.rodeo. Y'all had some good names.
Yeah, what was so every week on Discord and Twitter we do a game. Mm-hmm. What was the game this week?
Dune, if it was directed by Judd Apatow.
Oh my god.
So pretty exciting. Everyone knows Judd Apatow, you know?
Yeah, dude. You want to do
Oh,
it?
hell yeah. We got on Twitter, at Deconsecrate said, Dune it.
Yeah, that's great. At Coda Otan on Discord said, Dune, where's my spice? That's great.
Zeb Plus on Discord said, better call Paul.
Yeah, that's great. At Seth B. Bennett had Spice Boys.
Oh, man.
yeah.
Just fun. Jordan on Discord said, the 14-year-old virgin.
Wow. That really kills me. Wow, that's really great. Space Bimbo on Discord said, Dune your mom.
Oh, boy.
Which, yeah, dude. Dude, when you go back and watch old Judd Apatow movies, it's like every third joke is just like, and then she sucked my cock. It's so crazy, dude.
He's clearly just a very horny man.
Yeah. Knocked Up is like,
Yeah.
he gets a woman pregnant, who, by the way, is so hot. Is like this insanely hot woman, and he's living in a house with a bunch of scumbags, and they just like keep cutting from him like trying to be an adult to them just being like, oh,
Yeah.
making jerk off symbols and shit. Like who the fuck is this?
Yeah, I know.
Even when I was a scumbag idiot guy in college, when I lived in a house where people were doing heroin and cocaine all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If a girl came over, everyone would be like, be nice.
Yeah.
Almost like a fucking jerk off to people.
I know. And you know what I
Yeah.
hate about that movie is when people go, if you look back on Knocked Up, like it's fucked up the way they portray her as like a bitch. And it's like, yeah, it's not a, that's the kid. She's pregnant by an idiot.
Yeah,
And she's mad.
she's mad at him.
upset with him because he's a piece of shit. And he's not being
No, you're like getting the wrong message from it. They're portraying him as a fuck.
right. And she's understandably frustrated and upset with him because he has a sword and a bong and he doesn't know anything.
Honestly, him getting her pregnant in that movie is the best thing that ever fucking happened to him.
I know. I just feel like some people, I'm like, that's the point of that's why it's funny. A loser got her pregnant and she's mad.
Yeah.
Hence I don't know. It's just wild to me. I'm like, I don't think you understand anything. All right. We got I like Mike Perry on Twitter said incredibly long and incredibly long.
Oh, that's funny. Space Bimbo on Discord again. Please don't walk hard.
That's so good.
Did he make Walk Hard?
No, but it's the same family.
Yeah,
of
right.
people. Aaron Harleman on Twitter said sandy people.
That's funny. Like funny people.
Yeah, sandy people.
Yeah. And number one this week, our Ricky shit Turducken MRE on Discord, forgetting Baron Harkonnen.
Oh,
God,
it's
that
just
is
great.
very, very funny.
Very fun.
Thank you all so much.
Hell yeah, we love you.
We
Tell
love
a friend.
ya. How about that?
Yeah.
Look, it took. My only thing with this episode, with the new thing, is that it took 10 minutes to get into it, and then next episode, it will be 1 second, dude. It won't take
1
any
second.
time
You're
at
gonna
all.
Love this next episode.
It won't. We won't have. I don't need a bunch of bullshit at the beginning. Right into it. Pow.
Pow.
Bam, dude.
Bam.
We're gonna say goodbye to you. We love you so much.
We love you. Lay it down.
Keep
Keep
on
tipping.
laying
We
down.
love
Make
you.
sure you're tipping. Fuck Walter Mondale, and we're
That's
gonna be
right.
signing off with an old standby favorite on this show. Arguably the most important part of the show.
Yeah. For sure.
And so thank you for being here through this, and for every single Ben Shapiro's beard update.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
It's still there.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
We love you so
We love
much.
you.
Bye.
Lay it down.
What the hell?
What's it called? What's it called?